Hi, I'm Jim Gordon, and joining me is Lukas Lundin, chairman of Lundin Group of Companies. Lukas, what is your outlook for the mining sector and what opportunities do you see?
I'm quite bullish on the mining sector over the next 5 to 10 years. I think our sector has been heavily underinvested with this, the world trying to restart after this corona virus, this law infrastructure program starting in the US, UK announced one too. So I think below demand for raw material, and you can see that in iron ore price, which is still trading at $100 a ton, and an electrification of cars and things, we can see that copper is going to look quite good. So quite bullish. And then of course, with all this printing of money and very loose monetary policies, I can see gold have a pretty bright future.
What commodities are you most bullish on in the coming year?
I'm very bullish on copper right now because I see that market heavily underinvested, and the copper demand is going to go up a lot. If we count all electrical cars around the world, we could see the demand go up in the next 5 years by another 3 million tons, which we don't have. And we don't have many greenfield projects coming along. So I'm very bullish on copper today.
Now, you've got a few companies involved in copper, including your flagship base metals company, Lundin Mining, as well as copper gold companies, Jose Maria, Filo, and NGX. Now, in addition to your broader views on the base metals market, what are some catalysts that may positively affect these companies?
Lundin Mining, is an up and running company and looking for new projects and, a very strong balance sheet. So, we're looking for more acquisitions opportunities. Jose Maria and Filo del Sol and NGX, we've been up in that part of the belt Andes for the last 20 years. And I think we delineated some very large deposits. Jose Maria is in a speed study, and I think over the next 6 months we'll see how we're going to move that forward. The next step is to get the approvals and finance it. Filo is still in the finding out what we have, but it looks enormous. 5 billion tons of very high grade copper gold, and I think we pulled this year some of the best drill holes in the industry at over 1,000 meters, 1%. We need another couple of drill seasons up there and then bring it to the next step. NGX, we're looking at different projects. We have Los Helados, which is a very big deposit, and we're looking at some other regional exploration plays in Argentina right now. So I'm very, very bullish on this. It's just a question of how we move forward without diluting yourself too much. They're big cap projects. They are in the $3 billion to $5 billion. So it's how to move the project forward without diluting the shareholders too much.
Lukas, you've got a few gold companies in your group, including Lundin Gold, Bluestone, and also the copper gold companies we mentioned earlier. With many calling for much higher gold prices, what are your thoughts on the sector?
I'm not a gold bug, but with all this craziness going on in the world and the amount of printing and people doing with currencies, I see gold as a storage of wealth is coming back rapidly, and that's why we see such a strong gold market. So I'm very optimistic over the next 3-4 years on gold. And the interesting thing is that all the big gold companies are really lower their ASICs, all include cost of $900, and we sell at $1,800. So I think it's a lot of leg in the gold market over next years or so, and we're very excited with Lundin Gold, and that we think we could expand the mine. And also on Bluestone, we're very happy. We're running the pre-feas numbers, but it looks like a very strong project with very low capital cost.
There's lots of interest in the uranium market lately. You've got Denison Mines, which is looking to develop one of their projects into a producing mine. Tell us what you think of the uranium space these days.
So uranium has some legs today, and I think the uranium has been very beaten up for the last 10 years. It's always beaten up, but it's getting some life because we have it's curtailing with Cameco, we have curtailing in Kazakhstan, so the uranium price has moved up a bit. And what we're looking in Denison is doing an ISL project in the basin, it'll be the first one. If you're very worried about the environment and global warming, it's one of the best energies around. It's just, we have to understand how to build reactors cheaply. We can't go out and spend $5 billion on projects because then we have a hard time competing with solar and wind. But it's a very, very good energy and long lasting. So I've always been very interested in uranium. I think the space needs to be consolidated in the basin, so Denison could be one of them maybe.
And finally, Lukas, the Lundin Group company Lucara Diamond is famous for recovering very large, high-quality diamonds. No matter what the financial world is doing, there always seems to be a market for these exceptional diamonds. Is that true? And can you tell us about Clara, the innovative diamond sales platform Lucara is developing?
I think of the big diamonds, always a market for big diamonds. You know, the big diamond market's of course been a bit weaker, but not as weak as the small diamond market. And we see a lot of potential doing something in that market, some more work. Let's not forget that we have the COVID crisis, but your NASDAQ is an all-time high. So there's a lot of money in the system, and there's nowhere to put it. So a big diamond is almost like a storage of wealth. It's almost like buying gold. So I'm quite optimistic, and Lucara has one of the best, or the best grade diamond mine in the world. Not the biggest, but the best quality. So very, very bullish on that. On Clara, it's the platform, you know, that the end user can look at the diamond and bid on it directly instead of buying packages like we did in the past. And I think the big thing with Clara, I think, is up and running and doing quite well. It's a question of finding enough supply to put on the platform. You know, we've been doing it for a year and a half. I think we get more interest. If we get enough momentum in Clara, I could see that's a big winner.
It's always a pleasure to get your insights. Thanks for joining us, Lukas.
Okay, thank you very much.